Hey, we're the Gaboyas.
I am Becky.
I'm Dietrich, and this is Chattahoochee National Forest. This is our very first overland trip, and we are exploring North Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Tennessee over the next 5 days.
And this is Driven for Adventure.
So this is my 2018 Rubicon Recon 4-door. I've got a Goby roof rack, which you can't really see right now because it's covered up. I've got a Smitty-built tent on it. I put some 33-inch KO2 all-terrains, which they work really well. This is also my daily driver, so it takes me to and from work. Like I said, this is our first trip, so organization is something that we're going to have to work on and build in the future. It's a little chaotic in there, but we've got a Costaway super cheap refrigerator. We're going to see how that works out for us. Wasn't quite sure if that was something that we would really enjoy. But so far it's been amazing. I've had it for about 3 months now. It's been in the Jeep the whole time, and mostly been hauling groceries and drinks for me on the day-to-day basis. I've got a few things on it. I've got a Smitty-built tailgate, and it was the only reason I went with that is because my tailgate got smashed in, so I had to do something with it. Got a Tough Stuff Overland 6x8 awning that I've done some custom lighting to. Got a Polano box up there. Not quite sure how I like that. Kind of stops me from being able to opening up the window on this side. So we'll have to see how that all works out. But basically this is the setup. This is camp for the night. It's nice and quiet. There's nobody around. We spent the day in Helen, Georgia, tubing, eating German food. I have to say that North Georgia is probably my favorite place to be. Very beautiful place. And yeah, that's what we got. So later on tonight, we're going to just have a campfire, take it easy, and me and the wife is just going to call this home for tonight. Alright, well, we're all packed up now. We've got everything loaded up and we're ready to go.
Yeah, we spent our morning talking about better ways to organize, and now we're going to head out to our next destination. We don't really have a good plan. We're just going to see where the road takes us, and we'll come back and show you around when we get there. Okay, so we finally made it to our next destination. It was challenging to say the least to find a good place, but we were lucky enough to find this great spot here in Nantahala National Forest. We stopped to have lunch at where?
Wahea Bald.
Wahea Bald.
At the fire tower.
At the fire tower. So, yeah, Dietrich's making some steak fajitas right now for dinner, and
on my homemade scuttle.
oh yeah, he made it. Pretty neat. So later on, he'll probably get the camera either today or tomorrow and show you around this amazing place. We actually have a beautiful stream that we just took a bath in. So yeah, so that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, that's much for dinner. So we're having our dinner for tonight in Nantahala. Learned a few things today. So this whole idea of our trip was to kind of just go without a whole lot of plans. I did look up some areas to camp in Nantahala, and the place we found wasn't really the best place for us. So what actually happened was we ended up deciding we were going to go find a gas station, fill up, and came across a river in Nantahala with a forest road next to it. So we decided we'd drive down it for a little bit. And I had no intentions at the beginning of this trip to stay here, because I didn't know this place was here, and ended up finding an amazing campsite with the river right next to us. A perfect place for the Jeep to park and camp. There was already a fire ring set up. So I guess the moral of the story is you can plan and kind of get an idea, look for stuff online, but it's a lot more enjoyable when you just kind of go with the flow, yeah, and find adventure.
Get what you can get. Find what you find. It is about 8:30 in the morning, and Dietrich's making our breakfast. We're having bacon, bagels, and coffee, hot chocolate mixed with marshmallows. Yum. Our fire is out. Here is that area where we took our bath. Further deep down in there. And it was awesome sleeping with the sound of that running water. And then there's our full campsite. And after we eat breakfast, we're gonna pack up and head out and see where the road takes us.
Alright, so we're at day 3. We're
Day
at Cable Cove Campgrounds in Nantahala National Park on the northern end.
Yeah, it was I think $15 to stay here. Wasn't our idea to pay for a campsite. We were wanting to kind of go off-road and pick a site, but all the off-road forest roads had a gate up, so we found this spot.
So yeah, we just kind of drove down some roads, and when we found this place, we drove around, looked at it. There's not a whole lot of people here. There's actually some bathrooms and some water and trash, so that's good. Especially since last night, we didn't have any of that. We had a creek or a river, Nantahala River. We were camping right on the Nantahala River, so we were able to dispose of our trash. And now we have bathrooms, and we have actually a creek running right next to us.
Yeah, day 3 with water.
Yeah, 3 days with water,
yeah.
So you might be able to hear it. I got my, back here, I kind of did a DIY. Water heater, where I've been able to heat up the water and run it through a pump. We've got about 110 degree water, so we're going to be able to wash off and take showers tonight. Like I said, most of my stuff is kind of DIY. I see something that I want, and I try to decide how I'm going to figure out to make it.
Yeah, like the DIY scuttle, and he made us a good, we had a good steak dinner, and he made the potatoes and the asparagus on the scuttle tonight. So.
And I use a liquid fuel stove. I like it better because we've camped before with propane, and when it gets cold out, you just really can't get the water or whatever you're cooking hot enough because the propane gets cold. Although it's been nice and warm today. But yeah, so we got our setup tonight. We've got a nice big camp area, and I'll give you a little camp tour. Yeah,
and we got butterflies everywhere. I love that. I spent my morning, or not morning, but when we got here, afternoon, butterfly hunting, because I kept seeing them and chased them all over the place. So that kept me busy while he was setting up camp.
So yeah, this is Cable Camp in Nantahala National Park, and we're gonna just kind of have a campfire here tonight and take a shower here in a little bit, and we'll call it a night.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you my hot water setup that I got here. I got a little heat exchanger that I made by twisting some copper and put some baffles, some stainless steel baffles in it. It's running off of a little 12-volt pump, and it's just recirculating through this little water jug that I got here, the 7-gallon water jug that I got out of the creek, and it's pulling out of my battery pack that I made. It's my solar battery pack that I can charge off solar. Right now, let's see where we are at on the temperature. We are at 108 degrees. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. But it says it's 109 right now. So this is how I make my hot water to take showers. Real simple setup. Gas stove, little pump that I made with some fittings, and I'm able to recirculate the water. So I recirculate the water through the tank until it gets to the temperature I want, using my my pump and my little white gas stove. So this is how I've been showering while we're out here in the wilderness without a nice hot shower.
It is day 4. We got all packed up and we got out on our way.
We're here at Fontana Dam. We stopped and talked to the camp host at Cade's Cable Campgrounds where we stayed last night. He was a wealth of information. He told us some places to go, some places to check out, and some places to camp. So they're a good resource of people at these campgrounds to let you know what's around.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you around a little bit here at the Fontana Dam. It's a pretty neat place. And then from here, where are we headed from here, babe?
Cade's Cove in the Smoky Mountains. And maybe Klingman's Dome.
Okay. And we'll try to get some footage from both of those places when we get there.
Well, here we are on our final night. We're in Cherokee National Forest. We stopped by the ranger station and talked to them and find out some places that we can camp. We found a place it's a no-fee place. There's no bathrooms. There's nothing here. There's a creek right across the road. We got some rain today. A little bit different day than we've had from the last previous days.
Yeah, our plans didn't work out today. I got pretty car sick going through
Dragon's Tail.
Dragon's Tail. So it was
which
about
is a very curvy road.
11
a lot
miles.
of motorcycles are driving down that road, and she got motion sickness and we had to stop a bunch of times. So we weren't able to go to Cade's Cove or anything like that, but we just had a rain shower here, and it's actually a beautiful sight. We're out here and there's no one around us.
Yeah,
it's really
it's
quiet.
really nice. Yeah, Dietrich gave me some Dramamine on the way through that curvy road to try to help, but it was a little bit too late. Once it got into my system, I got really, really sleepy, so then I had to fight that, and so I missed some of the ride in, but he found us a really nice place.
It's a nice place. It's right up the river, and there's some beautiful waterfalls, and actually we're at a place where from last night the camp host told us about. So
Yeah.
because of talking to the camp host, we found this place, and he told me if you're into a little bit more rugged place where there's not a lot of people and it's really secluded, this would be a good place to go. So after we went into town to get some water and some other things, we decided this was going to be home for the night.
Yeah. Last night, and tomorrow morning we pack up and head home to our kids, our jobs, and our animals. So
Boo.
I know.
It's been nice and relaxing out here. I really wish we could do this more often, and maybe we will. And a few things that we've learned is we went fully without an agenda. We had no idea where we were going to be, where we were going to go.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit more research, maybe talking to some rangers before we go out. Just kind of have an idea of places where we can stay. Would be a little bit less stressful.
Yeah,
I think it was more stressful not knowing where we were going. It was kind of a cool idea to not know where you're going, but when we were actually trying to find places to stay and not knowing how far or if we would find anything, a little bit more stressful.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And overall, I learned not to leave the tent screen open when I turned the light on. So that was a good lesson to learn.
Yeah, we had a bunch of bugs in our tent last night. So she left the light on, and as soon as she opened the door, all the bugs came in with her.
Yeah.
And,
well, I left the screen open and the light on, so the bugs were in there before I got there. So we spent time trying to trick the bugs, shine the light outside the tent. That was fun.
Yeah. But other than that, it's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, and I'll give you a little tour around our campsite.
Yeah.
So this is home. This is the Cherokee National Forest. I'm trying to not get y'all too sick by moving around. Just a little campsite that has nothing, absolutely nothing. Just a little gravel road, a little gravel spot. Got our bathroom set up because there is nothing here at all. There is a campfire ring. There's Becky sitting there underneath the awning because we had some rain, got some thunderstorms. Nice little peaceful. It actually cooled off the spot, so it's kind of nice. But this is a campsite. I'm gonna walk you across the road there, let you see the creek. I would recommend this place. I would stay here again, most definitely. What do you think? Would you stay here again?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's go look.